Hey there, I'm Lefty with Best of the Backroads, and today I am driving this car and picking up my wife from a surgery center an hour and a half away. No worries, everything's fine. It was a planned surgery, all went well. We actually picked the surgeon, just happened to be an hour and a half away, and what I realized is going back and forth the last couple of days, I've driven in that car more than I've driven a car in the last 4 years. See, I've transitioned to use a motorcycle as my daily driver, and with the exception of a vacation, I almost exclusively ride a motorcycle, and I thought today's video could be about what you get out of that, the benefits, and how to actually succeed at doing it. The number one reason to move to a motorcycle as your daily driver is cost. So if you drive the average vehicle in America is around 24 to 26 miles per gallon. The average motorcycle in America is about 50 plus miles per gallon. That's a big gas savings, but it's not the only price savings. The vehicle itself is usually cheaper than a car. You can drive a nice motorcycle around for 10 grand or even under that if you get a good used one, whereas there is no way you're going to find a comparable, as reliable vehicle for the same price. You can almost do all the motorcycle maintenance yourself. There's no specialized equipment such as heavy lifts, tire changing equipment. Everything on a motorcycle you can do yourself with normal tools that you can actually afford. A motorcycle usually gets you to your place faster. If you live in a state that allows lane splitting, you can split lanes. But even if you don't live in a state that allows lane splitting, I find that I can legally maneuver my motorcycle around the city much better than I can drive a car. You can make right turns easier, etc., etc. All that stuff makes it easier, and it's easier to find a place to park. So what does it take to move from driving a cage every day to a two-wheeled freedom machine? The number one thing you can do is stay committed. What I would do, or what I did, is set a time frame. No matter what, I'm gonna ride for 30 days. Yes, problems showed up. Problems like inclement weather, bad parking, how do I wear professional attire yet be able to ride my motorcycle? How do I get that changed? Do I have to leave early? All those things are problems you haven't solved yet. Driving a car feels very comfortable. Everyone does it. There's a general way to do it. You can copy people. You've done it for years. Moving to two-wheel driving does mean you'll have to make some changes in what you're doing. They're not bad changes, but they are changes. Don't give up the first time you have to make those changes. Really look at meeting that challenge head on, solving it, and that's why you need the time frame. That's why you need 30 days to really go through and take some time in solving these challenges. Now I'm going to give you a few tips that can get you well on your way. Riding gear is really important for a commuting motorcyclist. There are 4 seasons in the year. That means outside is 4 different types. In a car, you don't notice it. You have air, you have heat, you're in a cage. Out in the elements, you have to have the gear to handle that. That means you'll have maybe 2 or 3 pairs of gear for the extremely hot weather. In Tennessee, it's 90 plus many days in the summer, and then in the winter it gets down as cold as low 20s. I have to have gear for all those types of weather, including rain. And with that, I'd better get on the road. Bags are super important for a commuter or daily driver. That's how you're going to get your groceries home. That's how you're going to carry your laptop. That's how you're going to get around. I highly recommend bags on any bike that you're going to use as a daily commuter. I have hard bags on my GS. They're big, they're large, they're mostly waterproof. There's a lot more security. And I have soft bags on my DRZ. They're lighter, they don't hold as much, and they're less secure. So there's pros and cons to all kinds of bags. There's a bunch on the internet about the pros and cons, but you will need some way to carry your stuff. A daily driver will get dirty, just accept it. There's road dirt, there's weather, there's gonna be dings and doors, and I've had mine knocked over. Your new daily driving motorcycle is a tool in your day-to-day life. So tools get used, tools get dirty, tools get dented. Don't get upset about it. Just know that. All right, I think I've made it down to make my pickup at the hospital. Hospitals are no fun. This one's not too bad. There's no parking garage. Just big parking spaces, so I'll go down here and find a spot to park, and then hopefully it's a jailbreak, a hospital break today. That's what we can hope for. So what do I get from driving a motorcycle daily? Part of it is the economic savings. My old truck gets an average of 14 mile per gallon, while motorcycles are mostly in the 50 mile per gallon range. I do all my own motorcycle repairs, maintenance, and tire changes, so that's savings as well. Bikes are cheaper than cars to replace. All those things apply to being less impactful on the environment, which is appealing. I also enjoy knowing I can successfully navigate the challenges of commuting by motorcycle. Mostly, I just love the feeling I get from riding every day, all year round. Motorcycle riding is a passion, a call to the open road. Making it your daily driver means it is one of the first things you do in the morning and the first thing you do after work, which fits me just fine.